Hello, everybody. Today's the day after Mother's Day. I'm in a much better mood, and my body pain is not nearly as intense as yesterday. I was so upset. Boy, oh boy. Um, on top of like having things to emotionally process, the pain I was feeling really just brought it all up to the top. And I just wanted to let you know that's probably part of the process of going carnivore or ketovore or even keto. Um, I'm just thinking that's a thing. Also, because I noticed since I went keto, since this time around, um, I've noticed that as I drop a little bit, excuse me, cat, you don't eat jade plants, remember? He's in the same spot as he was yesterday. He just decided to love up on the jade plant. Oh God, he drives me crazy. He's so cute. Anyway, you're going to tackle things emotionally because I believe, I'm a firm believer in this, that there are things stored on your fat. And sometimes those are going to be memories because water has memories. Water has a lot of memories. So you can look into that. It's kind of, what the heck is he doing? Oh, he's cute. Oh, dude, I have to show you. Hold on. Better not knock down my plants, I swear. I mean, I already just got all those plants so he could get up there, but I just made some beautiful mini jade plants from clippings. And they're so cute. Oh, I love jade. And I love that you could just chop away at them and they keep going and they're like so awesome. So I have two of them up there as you saw, plus a bigger one. I hope he doesn't hurt any of that. I'm scared. Anyway, water has memory. So often, like in the beginning, you're going to be losing a lot of water weight. That might release something, but I really believe that fat cells carry and release things. And I say this because I know if you have ever, there's a lot of people out there, it's pretty acceptable, I guess, these days. It's not acceptable to me these days, but people that have used hallucinogens, okay? And you know how you have the term flashbacks? Well, sometimes that comes from losing weight because from what I understand now, I could be wrong, but I've always believed this, and I don't know if it's based in science or experience or what. But I guess it's called lysergic acid or whatever, will line the fat cells and will remain on the fat cells. And when you burn them, it releases it again, cause you to have a flashback. So I believe that that's all very, I think I believe that. So I could be wrong. I could be wrong because I am not a scientist. But yeah. So granted, I had reasons and have reasons to feel oof, heavy on Mother's Day for sure. That pain was ridiculous. And though I didn't reach out to anybody um, about my emotional upsetness, except for you guys, I did talk about my pain, and it's so weird. Like I don't know what the heck. Like my friend, she's awesome. I was I told her that when I made the chocolate carnivore ice cream, I didn't like it. I didn't like how I felt about it. I I thought it tasted good. I didn't like that I felt compulsed to eat a lot when I really could have stopped earlier. Um, and I'm just not going to make it again. You know, I like the vanilla one. Um, that does just fine. I don't need to have, and I'm thinking it's the chocolate because that's the only thing that's different, and the amount of um, cream cheese I used in it. So I just told her that I wasn't a fan of the chocolate ice cream that I made, and she knows that I'm making it carnivore. She knows this, and maybe she doesn't. So I told her, I'm like, I'm just, I'm in so much pain today. Like, I can't even. And I couldn't. Like, I was really upset. It took so long to go to bed. I had to take 4 Advil. Oh, like, I don't want to take any Advil. I don't like taking anything. I love supplements, but, that's that's gonna disappear from what I understand. The more carnivore you get, the less you desire or need supplements because you're getting everything you need from the meat and the fat. So I was just upset about it. And she says, "Was it the chocolate?" Question mark. I was so agitated because I was in so much pain already. When you're hurting, you get short. And I was like, chocolate? What is that about? What are you talking about? She was like, well, the carbs cause you pain, right? I'm like, what carbs? I haven't been above 10 grams of carbs in 2 weeks. Like, what are you talking about? Like, oh my gosh. Yes, carbs made me fat, and I have to lose weight to alleviate a lot of the inflammation. And the longer, I mean, I can't just go carnivore and expect everything to change overnight. That's not how it works at all. So I was dumbfounded by her question. So I just stopped talking for a while. Can anybody explain this to me? Like, it could be an age difference. She is young enough to be my daughter. It's very possible that she just doesn't understand. And it's like almost like I wish I could reach out to people that are in their 30s, in their 20s, and maybe I am, so that they would, like, don't wait until that shit hurts you. You know what I mean? Like, she lives a really clean life. She just recently quit smoking, which is phenomenal. She quit drinking 3 or 4 years ago, about 4 years ago. Um, she eats very whole foods. She doesn't order to go food. Um, she's a good cook, and she enjoys that, and that's great. I love that. She is a baker, but it's nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. She's the same person I was telling you about that when she said she was having troubles with massive cravings and hunger, and I told her eat some fat. The pat of butter will kill your cravings. Like, if you're freaking out that you want to eat something, a pat of butter is going to help you. It's just science. And remember, she didn't even respond to that. Well, her asking me if it's the chocolate and the carb, like, what carbs? I'm not. My ice cream that I'm going to soon grow out of as I get healthier and healthier. It's not even going to be something I make, but once a month or once a year. It's not going to be something I'm going to want to keep in my freezer all the time. Holy moly. She must be thinking that I am eating carnivore, but at night making a full carbohydrate dessert. That's fucked up. But people are busy. They got a lot going on, and they might not hear you. You know what I'm saying? They might not. So if you're struggling with something like that as well, they just might not hear you. And the people that are closer to you oftentimes don't hear you. Maybe they've seen you do things before or whatever. Like, I was keto before when I met her. And so, like, when we'd go over to her house for dinner, she would make keto food so I could eat. And she kind of went keto a little bit, but never really a lot. And her current partner has done it several times and had great success. And for some reason or another, always comes off of it. It's probably because he never went carnivore. He might have been a dirty keto, where that's like when you're dirty carnivore or dirty keto, be careful because that stuff is built to make you come back to it. If you're going to eat vegetables, make sure they're whole and unprocessed unless you're processing them yourself. Okay? Um, Fermented vegetables, but do it yourself. build a relationship with your food. Um, like I was talking the other day about spinach. Soak that in some heavy cream and cook it in some butter. Just, but if you're like having low carb bread, that's, anything that's advertised as anything, you should probably avoid it. If you're having, like I do have a dirty carnivore snack that I bought today. I don't know if I'll ever eat it. I'm not sure. It's here though. I bought it. It's um, chicharrones. I love them, but I should be getting something that has. If I'm to buy chicharrones, I should be buying it with one ingredient on it. This one's got a few. But the difference between somebody that is keto, carnivore, or ketovore and stays that way are people that don't use dirty carbs. They stick with the cleanest food they can, because you will go back. It's like a lot of people talk about don't get too hung up on making carnivore desserts because you want to let that part of your life go. And I totally agree and I get it. I'm currently an ice cream freak and whatever. It is keeping me from going to the store to get a sweet because I really want one and I'm totally satisfied. Like it does not freak me out that there was no sugar in it. It freaks me out that I ever bothered with sugar. If I want something sweet, I can make it without sugar. And the more days I go, the less allulose I need to add to my stinking ice cream. There are carnivores out there that add nothing but heavy cream and eggs to their ice cream, and that's sweet enough for them. It's kind of like when I stopped putting sugar in my coffee. You get used to it. But if you're constantly processing things all the time or buying things that are processed and they have the label on it keto, that food company is still making that other shit that they're feeding people and poisoning them. You think they're not using ingredients in that to poison you? They are. So you just want to be as clean as possible, but do not stress yourself out. I was in a group just now on Facebook, and this lady is just besides herself. Excuse me. That she really wants to get her hands on grass-fed meats, and I understand. Um, she just feels a financial barrier to that product, and I understand. I actually need to talk to my butcher about that. I prefer, I prefer that if I can get my hands on it. I do understand that grains are not, even though grains are bad for humans, they're not necessarily bad for animals that we eat at all, as a matter of fact. But commercial grain, that's a huge industry, and I don't trust it, just like I don't trust big food. Understand? So if you have a farmer that is growing a field of barley and letting their cows or their cattle eat that barley, that's going to be better meat than your grass fed and finished. It's going to taste better. There's no way around it. It's going to marbleize more. It's going to be better. So, so I told her, I suggested, where do you live? I looked at her Facebook. It looks like she lives rurally, at least with some agricultural around her. And so I was like, do you have a hunting season there? Get to know some hunters. Make friends with them. Make friends with them and offer to buy some of their spoils. You know, if they're hunting just to fill their own freezer and they ain't got no time to share, that's fine. But you need to get out there and start talking to people. You want your venisons. You want that kind of stuff. And I said to her, if you have any local farmers, just get to know them, talk to them. And if you have a local butcher that's in a slaughterhouse, talk to them. But all in all, if you can't afford grass fed and finished because you only have places like Walmart to go buy your food, um, bad carnivore is better than some of the best omnivore diet you could possibly dream of. So it's okay. When it's time, it'll be time. And when you can get there, you can get there. But you got to start talking to people. And the last thing that I would want to say is if you can't find that stuff and you can't afford that stuff, um, pray over your food. You know, from what I understand, the nutritional value of a store-bought Hamburg, as long as it is Hamburg, and grass finished and fed, is pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. I just worry about what happens on those factory farms. That's all. That's all. Somebody in the comments suggested lamb, to switch up to lamb. And lamb is great and really fatty, and it's amazing. However, if she's going to a grocery store, the only lamb you're going to find in a grocery store is New Zealand lamb or Australian lamb. And since 2021, it has been their law, unless they repealed it, which I doubt, that every product that goes to market, including kiwis, gets an mRNA injection upon slaughter. Do you know what that means? That is fresh in the meat, fresh in the kiwi, all of that shit's coming right at you. No thank you. I am lucky enough that I can find lamb here if I need it, if I want it. You know what I mean? Like, I like to actually find some goat. That's my favorite. Holy shit, I love goat. It's my favorite. The first time I ate it, I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't believe it's like the most perfect meat for a human. I just drooled. Anyway, so that I found interesting. So in case you're in that kind of situation where you're like, well, maybe you live in a city and it's, like there are people out there that don't even have grocery stores, and they have hundreds of thousands of people around them. The only thing they got is the corner store. Guess what? Eating Slim Jims from the grocery store is better than eating potato chips from the grocery from the corner store. It just is. So do whatever you can to be as meat-based as possible. Do your best to keep those ingredient lists as close to just what's supposed to be in there. And do the best you can. That was quite the rant. Quite the rant. Anyway, so yeah, that was something. Something I did differently today that I learned last night that I should probably be doing, and it makes sense. Is because I'm a coffee drinker, as you know this. I don't drink as much coffee as I used to in the olden days, but I still drink it. What is my shirt's inside out? You can tell I don't get out much. Anyway, they said, especially doing this type of diet, and I don't know how that works with OMAD because I know eventually I'll be OMAD. I don't know how it's going to work with that. But make sure you eat your eggs and bacon or your breakfast, whatever you have for breakfast that's carnivore, before you touch coffee. And so, what? I was like, what? That makes sense for me because I carry a lot of cortisol. And that makes your body say, you're all right. You're all right. When I drink coffee on a fasted stomach, I'm increasing my cortisol. So I need to do that. I need to try that. Although I'm a big fan of like fasting and intermittent fasting, I think that's cool. But I'm not right there. When I'm drinking coffee, that's not fasting. Okay? That's adding coffee to an empty stomach. So this morning, I had I tried over medium. They came out over well. There was no runniness really. That's okay. I'm glad I'm not like in my 20s anymore because that would have gone back to the cook. That literally would have been garbage. That's, yeah. Anyway, and what did I eat with it? Oh, when I opened up my side pork bag that I keep so that I can add it to stuff, there was a sausage in there. So instead of have bacon, I had sausage, and it was delicious. And I had that, and then I had my coffee. So I'm interested to see how that reacts to my body. I have a feeling it will. So tomorrow morning I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have my carnivore breakfast, even if it's just eggs and butter. And then as my coffee's brewing, instead of having it ready when I wake up, I'm going to make my coffee, press the button in the morning when I get up, make my breakfast, eat it, sit down with my coffee and read my Bible. That's what I just like seek ye first the word of God. So that's the first thing I do before that phone gets picked up. Anything. I do have to arrange that a little bit just because I need to keep coffee out of my body before there's actual food in my body. So try that. I'm trying that. Um, I made something today. So I know. I'm still ketovore. I'm still not all the way carnivore. So today I made ice cream and I used an apple pie spice that I had. I'm like, oh shit, let me use that instead of just cinnamon. Because I used vanilla and cinnamon. And I used vanilla and I whipped it up, whipped it real good. And I was like, there was like 3 pieces of side pork left in the bag. And I'm like, so I threw that in the oven, made it crispy because I do it only like medium. So it's fatty. So whenever I use it, it's just a kind of reheat and it's still got the fat on it and whatnot. So I cooked that off for like 10 minutes at 350, turned it off and let it, and it was crispy. And I chopped it up, gave Fancy one of the, she always gets to benefit from the carnivore. Split it up into little pieces, folded about one of them into the mixture that I made, and it makes you can make it, bud. You got down. Oh my gosh, here. There you go. Use that. Oh gosh. Um so I folded some of the crumbled bacon into it, and then I filled up my little containers to put in the freezer. I was like, I want to try something. And so I took a teaspoon of real Vermont maple syrup. It's got, I think it's 6 carbs. That's all carbs. There's no fiber to net it out at all. And 2 tablespoons per serving. So it's not the worst non-carnivore sugar in the world. So I took a teaspoon of it and I put out my little things. I'll put the picture as the thumbnail. And I sprinkled bacon on top and I drizzled a little maple syrup on the top of that and froze it. So we'll see how it tastes. I think it'll be great. Um, is there anything else that I wrote down that I wanted to tell you about? Oh, I only had 2 eggs this morning and sausage before my coffee. Tomorrow I'll probably have like 6 whipped eggs. I think I'll do it that way because I don't want to cook any more meat off today. I'm done eating. So I had lunch for dinner for lunch, and I took the other half a pound of meat that I had cooked last night and had that. And so if I desire to eat ice cream later, I've got plenty of time. I might have some of my dirty keto snack. I don't know. And if I feel guilty about any of it, I'll just go ahead and cook something to eat. Some meat. But my chopped meat was not completely defrosted yet. So I couldn't do that. I was going to have it just ready and have it tomorrow. But anyway, so those are the things I want to go over. I wanted to bitch that apparently somebody that's close to me is not listening to what I'm saying at all, which is fine. Whatever. Oh my gosh, the voice in the video yesterday. I don't know if it's going to happen today. But I played that again and again and again and again and again. And somebody said my name. And So that kind of freaked me out. But it could have been my neighbor. So my apartment, like over here is my bedroom, right? This is the kitchen. When I'm home, you can't get in my hallway. I lock the door. I don't want anyone coming all the way up to my door to knock on it. That to me, they're in my house at that point, even though that hallway is not really usable. No, no, thank you. So I leave it. I don't like surprise visits. And then my bedroom, then my bathroom, and my bathroom is literally like in his bedroom. And so I'm thinking, all right, after I heard that, I'm like, maybe he called my name or something. Maybe, I don't know. And I went into the bathroom and I made a ruckus. Like I was acting like I didn't care that he could hear me in the bathroom. And I'm super quiet. Like my friend Kimba calls me a ninja. Like you wouldn't even know I was awake if I didn't speak to you, kind of thing. I'm quiet. So so I'm thinking, he's in there, I can hear him. If he had just called my name like an hour before and I didn't answer him, he would have been like, hey, because it's literally, there's a door between my bathroom and his room. There's no wall. He didn't do that. He didn't say, hey, I was calling you earlier. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. That's the only thing I could think it would be. So it's freaky. So hopefully it doesn't happen again today. Um, ah, yeah, tomorrow I got a big job, and I'm gonna do my vibration plate soon. Probably right after I get off here with you. And yeah, I'm just trying to get the pain gone. And I am really just happy that I'm not letting it turn me around because I know it's only going to get worse if I don't heal myself, you know? I'm still really fluffy today, too. Like, you could tell I cried yesterday just looking at me. Um, so that's good. At least I've grown up that much at 54 that I know that you don't quit doing the right thing just because it's hard to see the results. And I hope that you do the same. Whatever you're working on, it's going to get harder before it gets better. And for me, my initial, my really strong desire is to be in much less pain. And all the other things are symptoms, things that will help that, but they're not the goals. The goal is the pain to be gone. Because if I was completely pain free and 20 pounds less, I'd probably be fine. As a matter of fact, 20, 30 pounds ago, I had no problem with the way my body looked. None. So it's not all vanity. I am vain, but it's not all vanity. What am I going to do? I hear that your gray hair goes away. I love my gray hair. How about I don't worry about that? So I'm just excited about that. And I'm happy that I'm not so destroyed today. Holy, that was not fun. And I found the perfect house. I found the perfect house for me. Holy moly, is it perfect? And it's actually in Vermont. Can you believe it? I should drive out there. I should drive out there and take a look at that little town. It's not far, 25 minutes away from here. I think I will. Once I get my tires done, I got to get the spokes off my tires. I drive around with spokes on my tires in the winter. Spokes, metal things coming out of my tires. And you don't want to drive on dry ground with them. And it's really difficult to get an appointment to get it switched out. So my appointment's the 19th of May. Crazy. But I wouldn't have turned it off any sooner because it snowed in May. Like I've seen snow this month. And when you see snow at the end of the month, it tends to be pretty slippery and nasty. So, um, get my tires changed up. And I'm super excited. And when that happens, I'm going to go check out that little town. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, though. And I'm going to drive by that property because I got the address. Dude, it's way too much money, though. But it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's near perfect. There's two things wrong with it. Number one, they upgraded from radiator heat. I love radiator heat. Love it. The radiators are all gone in the house. I hate that. But whatever. I don't know if that was better or not. I just love radiator heat. But it does limit how you can design a room out, right? What's the other thing? The one clawfoot tub they had, they removed. And they put in some crazy 80s jacuzzi looking thing. That would come out and the clawfoot would go back. The other bathroom has a cast iron tub insert. The main bathroom needs, or the master bathroom needs to have the clawfoot. That pink or mauve colored fiberglass tub needs to go. But that's the only problems. Outside of that, this place is picture perfect. For real. For real. So perfect, I can't believe it. The kitchen has a real wood cook stove. Oh gosh, like, can you imagine? I can. Oh, it makes me just a real 100-year-old farm sink. Oh my gosh. Wood stoves. I like wood stove heat a lot. The barn is beautiful. Just stunning. The barn's in really good shape. It's perfect for a small homestead. I think it's just over 7 acres or just under 8. So for my age, that's perfect. That's actually quite a bit of land if you do it right. And I'm all permaculture girl at heart, so I would do it right. But it'd be all animals. And whatever food I grew would either be for sale or for the animals. um, just great. It's such a idyllic. Just can't. I could just see Fancy on the front porch. Oh my gosh. Running down to greet whoever decides to pull in my driveway. Oh man. Anyway, we're getting on 33 minutes here. Pretty sure I touched base on all the things carnivore I wanted to talk about. Nothing is going to happen overnight, and that's okay. And the good thing is that I have seen reduction in pain. Just yesterday, it was all the way back to square one, and I just got to keep working on this body so that I can be without it. Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, that's all for now. I should have been better at keeping. I know there's something else, but I can't remember. I need to write everything down. Brain fog's supposed to disappear as well, which is great. Anyway, I have a marble. I'm going to re-whip my tallow. And I'm going to add arnica oil to it, which is really good for pain. And I'm going to make a whipped tallow. I'm going to re-whip it so I can get out of the shower and just rub it on my body. I might add some castor oil because that's really good for pain as well. But that's a plant. But that's okay. So is arnica, isn't it? It's okay. And I'll be using olive oil probably as the emulsifier. I have some blessed oil. Maybe I'll use that. I made it anointing oil back in October. Okay. Anyway, I'm off. See you later. I'll get better at being. No, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Thank you so much. I love you long time, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye.